People love to worship mediocrity, bro. They really do. How do you know this? Because whenever someone wants to step outside their box and do something bigger, aspire to their dreams that are, too big amongst the people who, like to think mediocre, well, guess what? They start railing against, they start trying to dim that person down. They start trying to rail against what they're doing. They start calling them weird because they're not going out their way to be like everyone else, be mediocre. Bro, I cannot stand that, bro. You know how many times, and this is why I preach that you need to move in silence, bro. You need to move in silence. I'm about to make a video about that today, too. You need to move in silence because telling your dreams and aspirations to everyone, bro, you can't be doing that. You know why? Because then people will try to go out their way to sabotage you because if you're doing bigger things, it makes people feel smaller than you. It makes them feel like they're not doing enough. And in all actuality, a lot of people just gave up on their big dreams to settle for less than what they think they deserve, all because of pressure, society pressure, or the stresses got too much for them, and they couldn't handle it, and they threw in the towel. But because you won't throw in the towel, that holds a mirror up to them, and it shines a light on their excuses, and they can't really praise their mediocrity, their mediocre job, their mediocre accomplishments. I'm not trying to put anyone down, but they can't celebrate that in front of someone who's really trying to do better than the mediocrity itself. So they can't do that. And it's just like, bro, basic level stuff. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. For me, I don't like to do basic things. I like to step outside my box, do different things that I like to do. That's also fun, but also challenging at the same time. People had so many things to say about that. I had a gaming channel when I was 12, and I still do. And people used to always say, "Oh, you're not gonna get nowhere with this. You're not gonna go do nothing." And guess what? I worked my ass off, and that gaming channel went over to 11,000 or 12,000 subscribers. I worked my ass off, and guess what? Everyone wanted to praise me after the fact. Oh, it's nice, and a lot of people showed their true colors. Showed they were jealous, and that's what it really comes down to. People just be jealous that you have dreams and you actually want to go for it. And in all actuality, is why are you jealous? Just go for what you want to go for. But people don't want to put in the work, so they want to stop someone else who wants to put in the work. That doesn't make any, I keep saying that makes no fucking sense. You're going to stop someone who's putting in the work because you didn't want to put in the work. All that work you're trying to do to stop me can be put into. You see what I'm saying, bro? This stuff makes no fucking sense, bro. These people, no wonder these people worship mediocrity, bro. They make no fucking sense. How does that even make any sense? You're wasting all this opportunity, all this energy to stop me when you could put that energy into. I can't, bro. I really can't. These people, bro, they worship mediocrity. They go out the way to try to sabotage people. Whole time, do they not realize that people who have big aspirations and dreams have mapped out different outlets and different ways they can maneuver around certain things to ensure that they get what they need to get done? And do these people not realize that? Oh, of course. What am I saying? Of course they don't. They're mediocre. So they always trying to compete with someone, but they don't want to compete with themselves. They want to compete who could keep each other lowest. That doesn't make any fucking sense, but yeah. These people love worshiping mediocrity, and it's fucking a damn shame, bro, because people can be the best version of themselves, but they want to stay small because they think they have to. They want to put in the work. They're too lazy, or they're too worried about other people's opinions, and I honestly, who gives a fuck about someone else's opinion? Fuck someone else's opinion. Fuck that shit. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit? Like, bro, once you pass the humiliation rituals, life becomes a doozy, bro. You really just don't give a fuck no more. People are gonna talk whether you're on the top or you're on the bottom, or they're gonna talk regardless. So you might as well just do what you want to do. If you can't handle people talking about you, you're never gonna get anywhere, bro. And a lot of people can't accept that, so they rather stick for mediocrity. But yeah, that's my message with this one, bro. Yeah. Hope y'all have a good day.